All right, guys, this is one of my favorite topics ever, and I'll definitely be diving more into this. But as an entrepreneur, as a motivational speaker, as a real estate agent, I am telling you, it has always been super important for me to find out how to have peak performance. And I was a former collegiate athlete. I know it was like decades ago, but this is where I really learned this concept of flow state and getting peak performance. So today I want to talk to you about flow state. It has been a game changer, not just for my business career and being an entrepreneur, but for my entire life. So let's talk flow state and let me give you a few strategies and tactics so you can harness this power of flow state. All right, let's understand what flow state is. And this is gonna be a little hard for me to do because I get so excited when I talk about this. But flow state is that magical place where time just seems to stand still and you feel energized, you are super focused, and these creative juices are just flowing. And the thing that is amazing about flow state is it's not just for artists, it's not just for athletes, it's not just for entrepreneurs. Like, anyone can reach flow state. I actually learned about the power of flow state when I was about 6 years old. So children can learn it. This is a huge superpower, but what it is just getting yourself into this state. And there's a few key components that can help you get into that state. The first thing with flow state is you have to have a clear and a challenging goal. You have to have something that you are focused on. And when you have that clear and challenging goal, the other ingredient that has to go with that is you have to be passionate about it. You have to be excited about it, because those ingredients together are really coming together and making this magic. The next thing is you have to find this level of focus within you. So if you want to reach flow state, you have to really be honed in on a specific task, meaning you can't let your mind be multitasking. You can't be like thinking about 100 different things. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think very few people would reach flow state while they're driving down the street, right? Because there's the radio or your Spotify is going and you're watching the lights and you've got kids in the back seat and you've got all these things going around you. So you've got to be in a focused setting to reach flow state. And there have been several times in my life where I have been in flow state and in like intense flow state for like long periods of time, but it's always when there's a specific activity that I am focusing on. So that is the first thing, is you've got to just figure out what are you focusing on, and you have to be focusing so intently on it that all other distractions around you are really not even viable. Like when you're in flow state, you do not hear what's going on around you. You don't even see things going around you. You are so focused in that moment. So for example, one of the main times I was in flow state was when I was competing in college, and I was in an event that was a little over 5 minutes long. And I remember taking off from the starting block of the race, and the next thing I knew, 5 minutes later, I was touching the wall and finishing the race, because I was so focused on the strokes that I was doing, the form, where my mindset was. I didn't know where anyone else in the race was. I didn't hear anyone, coaches on the sidelines. I didn't even know what my time was, what speed I was going. All I knew was for those 5 minutes, I was so intently focused that I reached this place of flow state. In flow state, it doesn't just have to be for an athlete or for an artist. If you're in business and you need to make a presentation, whether it's a listing presentation, maybe you're showing a house, maybe you just need to have a conversation with your teenage son or daughter, and you need to be in flow state and make sure you're coming from this inner place of creativity, of expansion. What you have to do is really find that grounded place and then step into that space. And I'm telling you, when you find this place where you can put all other distractions behind you, you're going to find that you are able to find the superpower, and you're going to be able to create things. You're going to be able to come up with ideas. You're going to be able to feel things coming out of your mouth when you're trying to help a teenager in a conversation or help a business partner through a tough time. Things are going to flow out of you when you're in flow state that you don't even know where that came from or what was said. And this is the power. When you're in flow state, when you're connected, that is when you can be your best self. And really and truly, that's where miracles happen.